rise up and have another cup. We'll worry about our heads on Sunday morn. The grub was fine, the kids were crying, and all the mess in the kitchen was mine along. May your big jib draw. 'Twas at my brother's recommendation I took an invitation. 'Twas a fine accommodation till I barged into the room. I had fostered expectation, put aside my hesitation, so to my reputation 'twas a little half past noon. Ah, rise up, and have another cup. We'll worry about our heads on Sunday morn. The grub was fine, the kids were crying, and all the mess in the kitchen was mine along. May your big jib draw. Yes, we're filled with trepidation. When we found my invitation, they began my exhortation as the clock rolled over to 9. To the boys at St. John's Station, I said it's a celebration. I like for reconciliation. Sure, suddenly things were fine. Ah, rise up, and have another cup. We'll worry about our heads on Sunday morn. The grub was fine, the kids were crying, and all the mess in the kitchen was fine and long. May your big jig draw. Find her, the girl from Faro Island. I waddled up behind her and I asked her to a dance. Well, she clearly recognized me and told me rather kindly to clear away the mess I made and maybe I'd have a chance. Ah, rise up, and have another cup. We'll worry about our heads on Sunday morn. The rum was fine, the kids were crying, and all the mess in the kitchen was lying along. May your big jib draw. Ah, rise up, and have another cup. We'll worry about our heads on Sunday morn. The grub was fine, the kids were crying, and all the mess in the kitchen was mine along. May your big jib draw.
There ain't no place to hide. Everywhere that you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a smoky bar, in the backseat of your car, in your old little house, someone sure to find you out. What you do and what you think, what you eat and what you drink. If you smoke a cigarette, they'll be talking about your breath. In a town this size, there ain't no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. With a girlfriend last night, before the moon went down. Sure, it was all over town. How I made her cry, how she said true, or if it's not, it doesn't seem to count a lot. In a town this size, there ain't no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size, there ain't no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size. In a town this size.
Was just after Christmas, I remember the year. A boy and his sweetheart sat there on a pier. Tomorrow he was leaving for over the phone, and he said, I'll be back when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, 'cause I will be back when the robins come home. The winter passed slowly, sometimes he was sad. He said in his letters the weather was bad, and that he missed her while out on the phone, and prayed for the day when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, 'cause I will be back when the robins come home. The schooner she waited for was coming at last, but joy turned to sorrow, for her flag was half-mast. Teardrops were falling on the first day of spring. As her tears wet his casket, a robin did sing. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, 'cause I will be back when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, 'cause I will be back when the robins come home.
The robins come home. Love the business.
didn't stop. Into a restaurant we went, the bus went on the street. She said she wasn't hungry, but this is what she ate. A dozen raw potato slaw, chicken and a roast, some applesauce, asparagus, some soft shell crab on toast, a bowl of stew, some crackers too. Her appetite was immense. When she asked for pie, I thought I'd dive her at but 50 cents. Oh, she said she wasn't hungry and she didn't care to eat, but I got money in my clothes, the bet she can't be beat. She took it in so cozy, she had an awful tank. She said she wasn't thirsty, but this is what she drank. Ah,
whiskey, skim, a glass of gin, which made me shake with fear. A sody pop with rum on top, a schooner full of beer. A glass of ale, a gin cocktail, she should have had more sense. When she called for more, I fell to the floor for I had but 50 cents. I wasn't hungry and I didn't care to eat, expecting any moment to be kicked into the street. She said she'd bring her family round and some night we'll have fun. When I gave the man the 50 cents, oh, this is what he done. He tore my clothes, he smashed my nose, he hit me on the jaw. He gave me a prize, a pair of black eyes, and with me swept the floor. He grabbed me where me pants hung loose and threw me over the fence. Take my advice, don't try it twice if you got but 50 cents. My advice, don't try it twice till you got about 50 cents.
Thanks for coming to our virtual Shanney Christmas. It's a lot different, but we're still having fun, and we hope you're having fun too, either at home or in your shed or watching on your phone or your computer, whatever you're at. Having a safe Christmas and enjoying yourself. We're going to do another set of tunes for you. We've been doing a few from our new record, like this one here, an old tune everybody knows, but we had a crack at it, called The Blackbird. How's your father?
All right. All my life I'm on the farm working for me keep. And them pigs and chickens and the cows and sheep. But everywhere I'm working, there's always one that mocks me. He's hiding somewhere in the tree. Blackbird, all happy. Where be the blackbird too? I know where he be. He be up young Wurzel tree and I be after he. Now I sees he and he sees I. Brother, if I don't get with a great big stick, I'll knock him down. Blackbird, all happy. Na 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 na.
How's your father?
All right. Underneath the open sky in spring we love to dine. We likes to hear the flapping of the missus washing line. We listens to a tuneful song, a blackbird or a tit. Put on me best and underpants, he scored a direct hit. Where be the blackbird too? I know where he be. He be up young Wurzel tree and I be after he. Now I sees he and he sees I. Brother, if I don't get him, with a great big stick I'll knock him down. Blackbird, all happy. Na 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 na.
How's your father?
All right. If I goes out poaching and creeping through the fields with me old retriever following at me heels. If I aims me shotgun at a pheasant in the hay, that bloody blackbird searches round, frightens him away. Where be the blackbird too? I know where he be. He be up young Wurzel tree and I be after he. Now I sees he and he sees I. Brother, if I don't get him, with a great big stick I'll knock him down. Blackbird, all happy. Na 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 na.
How's your father?
All right. No longer can I sleep at night, get peace of any kind. That bird'll be the death of me. He's preying on me mind. If I chase him long enough, I'll get him by and by and celebrate me victory with a great big blackbird pie. Where be the blackbird too? I know where he be. He be up young Wurzel tree and I be after he. Now I sees he and he sees I. Brother, if I don't get him, with a great big stick I'll knock him down. Blackbird, all happy. With a great big stick I'll knock him down. Blackbird, all happy. Na 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 na.
How's your father?
All right.
Yeah. Great job, Marky. I can hear you all clapping now if we were at the Delta. We'd be having fun. We're still having fun. It's just different fun. I'm sure home in your houses and sheds and computer rooms, and it's still fun. Here's a tune off our new record. We're doing a few of those for you tonight. Don't worry, we're coming with the old classics towards the end. But here's a song from Nova Scotia we love called The Girls in Neil's Harbor. Sail, sail away into another day. I heard someone say maybe farther, for the morning comes soon. Let's sing another tune, and we'll drink to the girls of Neil's Harbor. Sail, sail the coast to the one you love the most. The sailor hates to boast, but my heart's larger. For a girl named Jenny Lou, with her giant eyes of blue, and I'm dreaming of you and Neil's Harbor. Sail, sail away into another day. I heard someone say it may be farther, for the morning comes so soon. Let's sing another tune, and we'll drink to the girls of Neil's Harbor. Oh, the waves roll along, and the sea, she sings her song. Over I belong beside the fire, with a good drink in me hand, just listening to the band. And I'm home once again in Neil's Harbor. Sail, sail away into another day. I heard someone say it may be farther, for the morning comes so soon. Let's sing another tune, and we'll drink to the girls of Neil's Harbor. Sail, sail away into another day. I heard someone say it may be farther, for the morning comes so soon. Let's sing another tune, and we'll drink to the girls of Neil's Harbor. I'm still dreaming of you in Neil's Harbor.
Nice job, Chris. Nice job.
Thanks, boss. The Girls in Neil's Harbor by Sam Moon, a great Nova Scotia tune. From Nova Scotia to Harbor Grace. Are you ready, Margaret?
Yes, sir.
Perfection.
Now Georgie, he could build a boat, and he's the boy could driver. He's the boy could catch the fish and take them home to Lizer. I love to sit by the big hot stove and watch the kettle boiling. Daddy will buy the baby a frock when the boss come home from smiling.
Oh, Harbor Grace is a very nice place. It's close to the islands. Country chairs, traveling there, like from home from smiling.
George, he went to town to buy I some cotton. If he don't bring home that flowery stuff, well, he needn't bring I nothing. Now we're on for Carbonear, me boys were our bright colours flying, and the girls were wearing new sealskin pants with the boys from Pumpets Island.
Oh, Harbour Grace is a very nice place, and so's the Bay Islands. Get some chairs and Carbonear, the boys come home from smiling.
Was our captain bold and Georgie our commander, but a great big sea washed over he and drowned a Newfoundlander. Now we'll all go down to Macadee Bay and there we'll stay for the winter. We'll all sit down for a very good feed of mussels in the corner.
Oh, Harbour Grace is a very nice place, and so is the Bay of Islands. The big three chairs and Carbonear, the boys come home from smiling. Oh, Harbour Grace is a very nice place, and so is the Bay of Islands. The big three chairs and Carbonear, the boys come home from smiling. Harbour Grace. Billy Sutton produced that. He's from Harbour Grace. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to sing 2 songs tonight. Back on the drums by the youngest fellow in the band, the man from Hants Harbour himself. F or F sharp, Bradley?
F sharp.
Oh, thanks, boss. Yes. We don't do this one very often, but it's a
This is
beautiful
F.
song.
This is F, Chris.
F, is it? So there you go.
Leave it to Ian, boy. He always got it right.
Ian takes care of us. Ian takes care of us.
Don't ask the drummer what key is it.
Ian Chipman, of course, over here. The man. Keeps us on the go, yeah. But Bradley's going to sing a song all about If Wishes Were Fishes off our new Logie Bay Wood Stoves album.
I wish I was home again, at home in my heart again. It's been a long time since my heart talked to me, wasting my precious days and wishing my life away. If wishes are fishes, we cast nets in the sea. I wish I was young again, my song still to be sung again. The sweet songs of life have grown sour and off-key, writing my old tired rhymes and trying to turn back time. If wishes were fishes, we cast nets in the sea. Oh, if wishes were fishes, I know where I'd be, casting my nets on the dark rolling sea. And if my net's empty, I'll go back to shore and throw them away and go fishing no more. wish I was clear again, reach out and share again, and mend what's been broken, and let it run free. The older I get, it seems, wishes take the place of dreams. If wishes are fishes, we cast nets in the sea. Well, I wish I was home again, home in my heart again. It's been a long time since my heart talked to me. Wasting my precious days and wishing my life away. If wishes were fishes, we cast nets in the sea. Well, if wishes were fishes, I know where I'd be, casting my nets on the dark rolling sea. And if my net's empty, I'll go back to shore and throw them away and go fishing no more. Well, I wish I was home again,
Home in my heart again.
well, I wish I was home again,
Home in my heart again.
well, I wish I was home again,
Home in my heart again.
well, I wish I was home again, well, I wish I was home.
Way to go, Bradley. Or Levon. It's so different not having you here with us, but it's still fun, and we know you're having fun at home. We're going to bring it to Christmas land a little bit now. Mark's going to sing you a Christmas song. I'm going to sing a Christmas song. Then Mark's going to sing another Christmas song. Wow. Yes, boy. Mr. Happy. Christmas makes Mark happy, as you can tell. Yeah.
Christmas key. What are we going to do? Santa's a Bayman or what?
We can start with that one, sure.
Why not? Ready? Daddy, I'm afraid of going to bed, for Santa might miss me tonight. He mightn't bother to come visit me, but go on to the bright city lights. As busily I wipe the tears from his eyes, I remember the fears of my youth. So I knew that the time it had finally come to tell my young boy the whole truth. I said, son, there's no need to worry. There's no need to bother and fuss. We're the first ones that Santa will visit. Yeah, 'cause Santa's a Bayman like us. But Dad, if you say he's a Bayman, why does he live at the North Pole all year? Well, son, there was nothing for Santa to do. Resettlement moved him up there. Remember last Christmas Eve, son? We left him some cake and we all went to bed. But when we got up, why, the cake was still there, for eating me cod's heads instead. I said, son, there's no need to worry. There's no need to bother and fuss. We're the first ones that Santa will visit. Yeah, 'cause Santa's a Bayman like us. Now I'll prove to you, son, he's a Bayman by showing you the company he keeps. Why, the socks that he wears were knit, so I hear, from the wool off all Bad Martha's sheep. Dad, I knew all along he's a Bayman. There was really no need for this chat. Last Christmas old Santa gave Mommy a kiss, and she only lets Bayman do that. Well, boys, there's no need to worry. There's no need to bother and fuss. We're the first ones that Santa will visit. Yeah, 'cause Santa's a Bayman like us. Yes, Santa's a payment like us. There you go, the old Dave and Aubrey classic.
It is a classic, too. And she only lets Bayman do that. There you go. You don't write him like that. A song written by our first producer of our first album. He also wrote songs like Out from St. Leonard's and produced some of the great Newfoundland Labrador action you know today, like the Irish Ascendants and the Fables and Shanney Christmas and the Masterless Men, the Ennis Sisters, and he worked with us all.
Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates, not. I'm sure he worked with them. I think he was with Oates and Here's some Christmas in the Harbor. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Church bells ring out loud and clear. People come from far and near. Old men drink their Christmas cheer. It's Christmas in the harbor. Younger faces all aglow smile beneath the mistletoe. You log embers brightly glow. It's Christmas in the harbor. Tirralirralirralay, Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Children sleep without a sound, nestled in their eider-down. Snow softly falling down. It's Christmas in the harbor. Trees are laden down with snow. Soft at midnight mass they go, hand in hand across the snow. It's Christmas in the harbor. Tirralirralirralay, Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Go again, fellas. Younger know they dance and sing, joining all the Jenny in. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. It's Christmas in the harbor. Tirralirralirralay, Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Tirralirralirralay, Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Gary O'Driscoll, yeah.
Nice.
We're going to do a Christmas song myself and Mark wrote many years ago, all about getting home for Christmas, no matter what it takes. A tune called Christmas Time in Newfoundland.
All hands are awake tonight, the weather it is rough. The skipper smiles and all hands know he's not a hand to bluff. The wheel he grasped, the waves they crash, the night is not so clear. But he'll push her hard with no regard to make it home this year. A giant of a man he stands, our skipper brave and strong. But he promised us 2 weeks ago that we would make St. John's to celebrate this blessed times with family oh so dear. To visit our communities and spread our Christmas cheer. I'll try to make it home again this year. By land or by sea, I think of you and me. If I could, I'd take a plane that roars across the sky for Christmas time in Newfoundland and my own peace of mind. But the sea is unforgiving, lucky we to have a ship that was so very sound. We rolled our way past Bagaloo and down by Logie Bay. The people that we miss so much were not too far away. We pushed along the coastline till a break came in the rock. The roughest trip we ever made was 1 mile from the dock. Boys, I've kept my promise, the skipper he did say. We passed by Fort Amherst Light on that cold Christmas day. I'll try to make it home again this year, by land or by sea. I think of you and me. If I could, I'd take a plane that roars across the sky for Christmas time in Newfoundland in my own peace of mind. So people that you know who work on land or on the sea, remember that if possible, it's home that they would be, to celebrate this blessed times with family oh so dear, to say they made it home again for Christmas time this year. I'll try to make it home again this year, by land or by sea. I think of you and me. If I could, I'd take a plane that roars across the sky for Christmas time in Newfoundland in my own peace of mind. I'll try to make it home again this year, by land or by sea. I think of you and me. If I could, I'd take a plane that roars across the sky for Christmas time in Newfoundland in my own peace of mind. It's Christmas time in Newfoundland, now I have peace of mind.
Oh, Casey wore his brand new hat to Murphy's Wake last night. Well, someone stole his hat and boys and started off the fight. Well, Casey wrecked the furniture, the radio as well. He nearly woke the corpse up when he began to yell. Oh, I had a hat when I came in, I hung it on the rack. And I'll have a hat when I go out or break somebody's back. I'm a decent man, I am, and I don't want to shout. But I had a hat when I came in, and I'll have a hat when I go out.
Casey kept on fighting boys, they couldn't keep him quiet. When someone phoned up for the cops to come and stop the riot, well, 2 cops rushed into the room, but Chrissy laid them out. Oh, he fired them through the window.
They both heard Casey shout. Oh, I had a hat when I came in, I hung it on the rack. And I'll have a hat when I go out or break somebody's back. I'm a decent man, I am, and I don't want to shout. But I had a hat when I came in, and I'll have a hat when I go out. Casey kept on shouting boys to one-eyed Paddy Flynn. He struck him on the whisker with a great big rolling pin.
Oh, he knocked poor Casey senseless. It was an awful cloud as he lay there unconscious.
Casey kept on shouting out. Oh, I had a hat when I came in, I hung it on the rack. And I'll have a hat when I go out or break somebody's back. I'm a decent man, I am, and I don't want to shout. But I had a hat when I came in, and I'll have a hat when I go out. I had a hat when I came in, I hung it on the rack. And I'll have a hat when I go out or break somebody's back. I'm a decent man, I am, and I don't want to shout. But I had a hat when I came in, and I'll have a hat when I go out.
I paid my dues, I sang the blues, but it's not how it's gonna be. I'm heading back to the island, smell of salt air and rekindle some old memories. Like when we were rocking on water, we were breathing fresh air. In her daddy's leaky dory, and I'm sticking to my story, sir, that's why we were late. And I swear, out there on the ocean, we didn't want to be found. We were rocking on the water, making things a little hotter back in Newfoundland. Every day it's all work and no play, just gotta get my piece of the pie. Now that I realize it's just a big disguise, it's all just pie in the sky. You know what it means, I gotta follow my dreams. Gonna pack my bags and then head on back to the island, back to the ocean, back to those memories again. Like when we were rocking on water, we were breathing fresh air. In her daddy's leaky dory, and I'm sticking to my story, sir, that's why we were late. And I swear, out there on the ocean, we didn't want to be found. We were rocking on the water, making things a little hotter back in Newfoundland. Like when we were rocking on water, we were breathing fresh air. In her daddy's leaky dory, and I'm sticking to my story, sir, that's why we were late. And I swear, out there on the ocean, we didn't want to be found. We were rocking on the water, making things a little hotter back in Newfoundland. We were rocking on water, feeling fancy and free. We're living nice and easy, it might sound a little cheesy, but it's alright for me. And I swear, out there on the ocean, we didn't want to be found. We were rocking on the water, making things a little hotter back in Newfoundland. We were rocking on the water, making things a little hotter back in Newfoundland.
Rockin' on the Water there by Angus Stewart from Ramia. Excellent old tune. Another song off that same album written by our friend J.P. Cormier. There's lumber and rusted old nails by the door. We'll board up these houses to enter no more. And even the gulls won't come up from the shore. They know all the people are leaving. There's Tucker and Darcy and Captain Jim Brown. They've pulled off the boat out of batting her down. She's just one more soul that faith pushed the ground. The ocean's as still as a tombstone. We'll move to the city, they'll pay for our homes. If this town was a body, it would be skin and bones. One of the men who lie here in the ground, who died breathing life in that town. The dreams of our fathers all died in their sleep when they put out the lights in Great Harbor Deep. Things are much better when I was a lad. when 2 working hands were all a man had. The sea was our mother, she called us from land, but now she seems like a stranger. It's funny they say there's no cod anymore, but you'll find them in restaurants and all the fine stores. It's like God told them all, stay far from our shores. The foreigners must need the money. So we moved to the city, they paid for our homes. After all, this old town was just skin and bones. What of the men who lie here in the ground, who died breathing life in that town? The dreams of our fathers all died in their sleep when they put out the lights in great poverty. They'll soon throw a switch that will send us to darkness as black as a pitch. And some guy up in Ottawa, the son of a bitch, in his own bed tonight he'll be keeping. So I'll say my goodbyes to the rocks and the trees, and I'll walk through this splendor whenever I please. Though the only way back there would be in my dreams. You can't stop a fella from sleeping. So we moved to the city, they'll pay for our homes. After all, this old town was just skin and bones. What of the men who lie there in the ground, who died breathing life in that town? The dreams of our fathers all died in their sleep when they put out the lights in great Aberdeen. Now there stands the city with wide open arms. I'm sure now the song, though she might hold her charms. There's prostitutes, drug dealers, strip joints and bars. What a great place for raising your children. So we moved to the city, they paid for our homes. After all, that old village was just skin and bones. And we left all those men there alone in the ground, who died breathing life in that town. The dreams of our fathers all died in their sleep when they put out the lights in Great Aberdeen. We moved to the city, they paid for our homes. After all, that old village was just skin and bones. And we left all those men there alone in the ground, who died breathing life in that town. Dreams of our fathers all died in their sleep when they put out the lights in Great Aberdeen. The ocean stands watching, a vigil she'll keep. She's the only one left now in Great Aberdeen. Great Aberdeen by J.P. Gourmet. Thank you very much. Lovely tune. We're going to head back to Christmas now. Usually you can see him on stage with us, but not this night. He was too busy helping Newfoundland and Labrador. But Mr. Bud Davidge, one of our great songwriters, Mark's going to sing you a couple of his Christmas classics.
In fancy my mind wanders back to my youth at just about this time each year, when the snow softly falls and the merry bells ring, the welcome to Christmas time cheer. In a quaint little town by the side of the sea, what happiness Christmas would bring, where friends rare as diamonds contented would be, to dance and to laugh and to sing. It was come into my house so humble and small, let's drink a toast to us here, to the Christmas we'll drink to them all, and a wish for a happy new year. Come sit in the parlor now, cozy and bright, with the warmth from the old-fashioned stove, and the flickering flames from the kerosene light give the warm Christmas feelings of love. Now each year at Christmas we think of it still, no matter wherever I be. In fancy my mind wanders back to my youth, to that snug little spot by the sea. It was come into my house so humble and small. Let's drink a toast to us here. To the 12 days of Christmas we'll drink to them all, and a wish for a happy new year. One more. It was come into my house so humble and small. Let's drink a toast to us here. To the 12 days of Christmas we'll drink to them all, and a wish for a happy new year. There you go, Christmas fancy. Don't seem like Christmas if the mummers are not here. Granny would say it, she'd knit in her chair. Things are gone modern, I suppose that's the cause. 'Cause Christmas is not like it was. Any mummers allowed in? Hark, what's the noise out by the porch door? Granny, 'tis mummers, there's 20 or more. Her old weathered face brightens up with a grin. Any mummers, nice mummers, loud in. Come in, lovely mummers, don't bother the snow. We can wipe up the water, sure, after you go. Sit if you can, or on some mummer's knee. Let's see if we know who you be. There's big ones and small ones and tall ones and thin. Boys dressed as women and girls dressed as men. Humps on their backs and mitts on their feet. My blessed will die with the heat. There's only one there that I think that I know. That tall feller standing alongside the stove. He's shaking his fist for to make me not tell. Must be Willie from out on the hill. Now that one's a stranger if there ever was one, with his underwear stuffed and his trapdoor undone. Is he wearing his mother's big 42 bra? I knows what I'm not gonna say. Don't suppose you find mummers would turn down a drop. No homebrew or algae, whatever you got. Now the one with his rubber boots on the wrong feet is enough for to do him all week. Suppose you can dance, yes, they all nod their heads. They've been tapping their feet ever since they came in. Now that the drinks have been all passed around, the mummers are planking her down. Be careful the lamp and hold on to the stove. Don't swing Granny hard, for you know that she's old. No need for to care how you buckles the floor, 'cause mummers have danced here before. My God, how hot is it? We'd better go. I allow we'll all get the devil's own cold. Good night and good Christmas, mummers me dears. Please God we will see you next year. Good night and good Christmas, mummers me dears. Please God we will see you next year.
Christmas Fancy and the Mummer Song by Bud Damage. Two Christmas classics. Good job. Well, it's been a different evening for sure, but we're going to do a few now to get us to the end. We hope you had a great time at home. It's really different being on this sound stage and not having you in front of us clapping and singing and going mad, but in our minds you're there and you're out there on your computer screens and TV screens. I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her. I's the boy that catch the fish and brings them home to Liza. If your partner sight the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, all the Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Sods and rinds to cover your plate, cake and tea for supper. Codfish in the spring of the year, fried and maggity butter. If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
We don't want your maggity fish, that's the rule for winter. I can buy as good as that way down on Bonta Vista.
If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. I took Liza to a dance, faith that she could travel. Every step that she'd take was up to her skirt and dirt. If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Sailors and wenches on the side are pitting against the border. Oh, some of them are in the dark.
He kissed her in the corner. If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. Oh, the mother may I go up, yes, me darling daughter, tuck your petticoat under your shirt and don't go near the water. If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
All together now.
So I's the boy that builds the boat, I's the boy that sails her, I's the boy that catches the fish and brings them home to Liza. If your partner Sally the bow, if your partner Sally Brown, over Twillingate Morton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Say his pipe is low. Ask your payment for a chew, he will play it out for you. We hope you had a good time tonight. We did. Well, I've often heard it said to me father and me mother that going to a wedding was the makings of another. If that be so, now go without a bidding, oh kind Providence, would you have me to a wedding? And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Well, I can cook and I can sew, I can keep the house right tidy, get up in the morning and get the breakfast ready. Nothing in this wide world would make me have so cheery as a wee fat man to call me his old dearie. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Well, now there's my sister Jean, not handsome or good looking. She's barely 16, and a fella she was courting. Now she's 24 with a son and a daughter. Here am I, 45. I haven't had an offer, and it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Oh, come landsman or come kingsman, come tinker or come tailor, come fiddler, come plowboy, darling or come sailor, come rich man, poor man, fool or come witty, come any man at all who'd marry me for pity. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Well, now I'm on my way home. There's nobody heeding. There's nobody heeding. The poor old Annie's bleeding. I'm on my way home in the old little garret. If I can't have a man, I'll have to get a budgie. And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? And it's oh dear me, how would it be if I died an old maid in the garret? Come on! Thank you. We hope you enjoyed Shanney Christmas 2020, the virtual version. Wow, thank you very much. That was a massive encore. We appreciate that. We're going to end it off with one more. Thanks for this evening. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had a merry and safe Christmas. And as we always ask, are there any Newfoundlanders here tonight? I think I heard them through the screens.
I'm a Newfoundlander, born and bred, and I'll be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander, here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves that wash the sand. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. I spent some time in New York State and I nearly lost my mind. This city life's too fast for me, nobody has the time. Cement and steel and flashing lights was all that I could see. It may be good for New York State, but it's no damn good for me. I'm a Newfoundlander, born and bred, and I'll be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander, here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves that wash the sand. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. In Montreal, the people say that they own Labrador, including Indian Harbour, where me father fish before. But if they want to fight for her, I'll surely take a stand. And they'll regret the day they tried to take our Newfoundland. I'm a Newfoundlander, born and bred, and I'll be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander, here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves that wash the sand. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. Now that the isle is on our shore, we better take the time to develop it more carefully, or else we're gonna find what could have been the answer to a poor economy has changed our way of living and destroyed our fishery. I'm a Newfoundlander, born and bred, and I'll be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander, here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves that wash the sand. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. I'm a Newfoundlander, born and bred, and I'll be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander, here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves that wash the sand. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.